Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is a good teacher of how to fail successfully. When we first started out, we know absolutely nothing. We know so little that we don't even understand the depth of the nothing that we actually know. In order to grow in the sport, you have to fail so many times. For the first 3 months, I was kind of just this formless jiu-jitsu blob where I just didn't know what to do or how to escape anything. It takes grit and resilience to stick to it. Hi, I'm Desiree Lussier-Levesque, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu coach, competitor, and Judoka. Welcome to my channel, The Purple Belt Diaries. In life, we also have lots of pitfalls and lots of failures. It's the ability to learn from these failures and try again, keep going, keep pushing on, that determines whether or not we are actually going to succeed. The first 6 months to a year of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu for me, I spent just getting absolutely crushed. And I think that's pretty much the normal experience. My teammates were great. They still allowed me to work as good teammates do. However, I could not seem to work top. I could not seem to sweep anyone. I had no clue what I was doing. It seemed like I just kept getting caught in things while my partners waited patiently for me to try to work out, and I couldn't. Of course, as then you develop, you wind up having newer white belts come in, and hopefully you can beat them, right? Hopefully. It's not even about rolling either, right? When we're first learning the move, it's confusing. It seems like there's so many steps to it, and our bodies just don't know how to move in that way at first, that it takes so many repeated failures to get it right that sometimes it can be really, really frustrating. But if we keep doing it and we learn from those mistakes and we listen to the corrections of those that are trying to help us, the instructor, the coaches, the upper belts, we can then improve. It takes repeated failures before there can be success. In jiu-jitsu, you can't really fake it. This is especially true for competitors. So when you're in a match, there is always going to be a winner. There is always going to be a loser. And there have been times where I have lost every single match. But each match that I fought was a little bit better than the last. I recently attended a tournament where my mind was just not in it. My heart was just not in it, but I decided to push myself to go and compete anyway. I knew that my opponent was going to be tough, and I knew that I hadn't really had the time or ability to actually train the way that I needed to train in order to face the challenge that was coming. However, I still made the decision to go and compete, not because I thought that I was going to bring home a gold, but because I was going to do my best that I could given the circumstances and see what I could learn from the experience. Each roll I had that day, which was a total of 5 with 2 different women, got incrementally better. So even though I hadn't had the opportunity to train much, I was coming back from an injury, and I had a lot of other things going on in my life that prevented me from really doing what I should have been doing in order to fight at the level that I was hoping to fight at. It was still important to me to go and try, because this gives me a good idea through my failure of where I can improve. It's through our losses that we actually discover the opportunities for improvement. If I had gone in and just wiped the mat with everyone, I might not have gotten much from it, except really, I guess, the cash to go to Worlds this year, which definitely would have been nice. But as far as my jiu-jitsu goes, I wouldn't have learned much. Although I suppose being good enough to win the money to attend Worlds this year, maybe you don't have as much to work on as I do. These sorts of lessons, although they're critical to everyone, they're especially helpful to kids, which is one of the many, many reasons that jiu-jitsu can be so beneficial for children. When it comes to kids, most of us have the natural inclination to attempt to protect them from pain and harm that can be caused to them by the outside world. And unfortunately, what that can turn into is not allowing them to experience failure. Although no one wants their child to experience the pain of failure, it will happen at some point in life, and it is definitely going to happen a lot in adulthood. One of the things that happens as children experience this through not just martial arts or jiu-jitsu, but through sports in general or via some sort of competition, is that you will not always win in every situation. And that is okay. The most important thing that we get out of this experience is not that we won or we lost. It's that we found something that we could take away from this experience. So when I lose a match, or even if I win a match, there's still something that I could have done better, I could improve on. And this is going to help me grow as a person, especially if I lost, because then I know there is definitively something that I need to work on. I have made some mistake somewhere. I don't go into tournaments wanting to lose. Absolutely not. Nobody wants to lose. But the fact of the matter is that sometimes it will happen. And learning how to deal with this, learning how to cope with this, and learning how to carry on and push forward and move on to the next task, that is absolutely 100% critical. Jiu-Jitsu teaches us to face challenges, not just on the mat, but in our everyday lives. And this is so important to our own personal growth and development. This is so important for children who will at some point have to learn how to confront these things. And the younger, the better. It teaches them how to confront these things for later in life. And knowing that it's okay if things don't work out how you plan, we'll make a new plan and figure out how to do it better. So tell us about some times that you faced on your jiu-jitsu journey where it may have been a struggle, and maybe what you learned from it. If you enjoyed the video, please take a look at my other content. Don't forget to hit that like, that subscribe, maybe that notification bell. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.